Hello Dave is ad-free thanks to all you guys supporting the channel on Patreon. All income from donations and Patreon are used directly to upgrade cameras, light, microphones, software, things that allow me to produce more and better looking videos for you guys. All Patreons also get a discount at the merch store, and you have the option to get your name listed at the end of every video. So become a Patreon by following the link in the video description. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Astronomy. It's Monday, so let's take a look at what's been going on in Elite and on the channel. I have a lot to talk about this week. I have a long list of things in front of me that I want to cover, so let's just dive right into it. We got some information on the upcoming patch, the January update, and we got a launch date. That's going to be on the 14th of January. That is tomorrow. So tomorrow, the new patch will be out. And we're going to go and we're going to take a look at that, of course. The patch note is also out already. I'm not going to go and read up the whole patch note. You can do that for yourself. I'll provide a link in the video description if you haven't read it already. But I just want to highlight a few of the changes that I think are some of the more noticeable ones. First of all, Frontier has been making some changes to arcs gained from exploration. Previously, I think it was very much a case of where you would either get a lot or none. And I think that's been ironed out a little bit and also put it in line with other activities in the game so that arcs should be more reflective of the time you actually play. They've been fixing a bug that's been in the game for a very long time, that when you drop into a conflict zone, they would appear empty. Thank you. That has been a very annoying bug, and I'm glad to see that disappear. The Dolphins got a small buff. Its heat dispersion rate has been upped, as well as its maximum heat capacity has also been increased, so the Dolphin should now run a little cooler. And then there's a change to NPC crew members that I think a lot of people have been asking for, and that is the ability to rescue crew members from the rebuy screen, meaning if you lose your ship, you will no longer lose your crew member. You can buy them as part of a rebuy cost, just as with the ship. They will of course still take a cut of every money you make, but now you will no longer lose your elite NPC crew member you've been training up for months just because you made one mistake and slammed into a rock or something like that. And then of course the big one, that, or at least the one that I think is the biggest change, that is they're adding supply and demand to mineable materials. Before this was talked about, I didn't actually know that that wasn't a thing already, and surprised me that it wasn't. But now that we know that it is going to come, well, we'll see how that's going to affect mining. We're probably not going to see the effects of it right away. I think it's going to take a week or two before we can actually begin to see how this is going to affect the market. And even though, yes, Elite Dangerous is not technically like a dynamic real simulation of a market, it's still going to take some time before everything settles in. I already made a video where I have given you my thoughts on how this is going to affect the game, but overall, I think it's going to even out profit from various types of mining. So core mining and especially like low temps and painite mining is probably going to be more equal in terms of payout. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Thargoids returned. They have been attacking multiple stations, both in the Pleiades sector as well as in the Witchhead. So that means that both burning stations are back, as well as Thargoid conflict zones, and many of the different Thargoid communities have been like suddenly gone in full war gear and is beginning to slaughter the Goids left and right. Project INRA has been started up again to try and keep track of which systems are going to be under attack next to try and prevent it. With the return of burning stations, of course, means that you now have the opportunity to once again use that method for rank increase, which it was really good for before, as well as with the Thargoid conflict zones returning, meaning that hunting Thargoid scouts for combat rank is now also a viable option. So nice to see those being added in, but I think the idea of why they added it is a lot more interesting, because I think Frontier is now beginning to make the small initial steps to some of the story that they will most likely have written for the large paid update here at the end of the year. There's been lots of leaks and rumors and Thargoids in the flesh and those kind of things has been talked about, and if that is the case, then it makes sense that they are now like reinstating the Thargoid story and beginning to build up towards that story that's going to happen when that update comes out. I also have a few shoutouts that I want to give this week. Loose Screw is a new podcast. I knew they've been running for a while, but it's a Elite Dangerous podcast. They launch episode every week, and they started a new segment where they have a content creator of the week, where they highlight various content creators. And in last week's episode, I was the content creator of the week on the Loot Screw podcast. I just want to say thank you for the kind words. I really enjoyed the show. If you guys out there want to listen to the show as well, I'm going to provide you a link in the video description. So please go check out the Loot Screw podcast. Another quick shout I want to do is to a fellow content creator called Nova Kane. We've been doing some collabs way back when I started the channel, and he then kind of stepped away from YouTube for a bit, but he's now back and he's made a review on X4, which I did a collab with him on, did a small segment in there. Go out, check his channel out. He's done some amazingly dangerous videos, even though some of them are really old. He did some amazing storytelling videos called The Great Escape. If you haven't seen that already, I highly recommend you go and check that out. Check out his latest video on X4 as well. I'm going to provide a link for the video in the description, as well as a link to his channel. So do me a favor and go out, check it out. He helped me out a lot when I started out the channel, so I hope I can return the favor now. I also want to give you guys a quick update on EliteDangerousGuides.info, the tutorial guide homepage that I've been working on for Elite Dangerous. I didn't get as much work done on it over Christmas as I'd hoped for. Ended up playing computer games instead, but I'm still working on it. I still need like 2-3 more guides to be written and put on the site, and then it needs the final polish to make sure that it's a little bit more streamlined. And the site is of course live. You can't go and watch it. Just keep in mind that it is work in progress and a lot of it hasn't been proofwritten or anything yet. Once again, I'll add it to the now long list of links in the video description if you want to go and check it out. I'm very open for feedback, and if you feel like there's something missing, if you have an idea for a guide, if you want to write a guide yourself, do get in touch with me and we'll see what we can do. Finally, I just quickly want to talk about the live stream tomorrow. As usual, I'll be streaming on YouTube, on Twitch at 8 o'clock in-game time. I'll most likely be covering the new update, but as always with these patch day live streams, game sometimes is a little unstable and there could be logging. I'm not expecting logging issues this time. It's a small patch, so it's most likely not going to be a problem. I'll take a look at it. It's mainly a bug fixing patch, so I'm not sure we're going to use the full live stream for it, but we'll see what's going to happen and how stable things are tomorrow. If we have some spare time, I have 3 different projects that I'm considering starting up. And I actually want you guys' feedback on which one you would like to see the most. First of all, of course, I've just been working on my blunderbuss build over a couple of live streams. I had a feature video, I have a build guide coming out for it as well. And I'm already now considering completely rebuilding it because I figured it could work quite well as a material gathering ship, where, I mean, its ability to kill big ships fast means it could be quite good for, well, at least generating a lot of engineering materials. So with a slight rework, this ship could actually end up being quite good as an alternative method to Daph's Hope. Probably not as fast, but at least an alternative method to Daph's Hope to collecting engineering materials, manufactured engineering materials, and at a relative fast pace. The other thing I've been considering doing is going out and going the complete opposite way and doing a new ship with a more sniper focus. But just build a blunderbuss that goes up close and personal, scraping paint with the enemy ship. And I thought, what would happen if we tried to go the other way? What happened if we built something that could shoot another ship from 9 kilometers away or something like that? I don't know how much range we can get, but is that a viable option? Is that something we might be able to do? Begin the initial investigations for something like this. It's probably going to be another one of those completely unpractical but hopefully fun to fly builds. We'll have to see. But if you're interested in trying to go down that way and see if we can come up with something fun doing a live stream, then again, let me know in the comment section. And the last thing that I've been considering was to get back on my alt. He is out in the near Colonia somewhere, stuck on a planet inside a neutron star, or white dwarf actually. So I have to get him out of there, and then we could begin to make our way towards the next target, maybe even have a look at the next target. I'm not really sure what that is, but we can figure that out. But some general exploration, like let's talk about some space. You guys seems to love when we do these, or when I do these, like talk about space and play some Elite at the same time kind of live streams. So we could do something like that where we just do some casual exploration and talk about what's going on in real space and astronomy at this time. Go down in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. But main focus tomorrow again is going to be the new update, and if we have spare time we might do one of the 3 depending on the feedback that I get from you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.